We just left our local Goodwill, and this right here is absolutely insane. Look at these prices. Goodwill, you are out of your mind.
Countdown on the clock again. Feel like I'm playing in a game that I can never win. Time is running out, I know I gotta make a choice. So many whispers in my ear that I can't hear my voice.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We've got an interesting video for you today. I'm gonna move this one up in the list of things that are filmed and how we're scheduling the videos. I was not filming today, wasn't planning on showing all of this stuff off outside of the occasional shorts. But today was kind of wild, and we picked up a lot more stuff than I expected. Wasn't filming, didn't have my camera, just had my phone. I was gonna do a couple 1-minute shorts because we've been really pumping the shorts out lately. But some stuff happened today. It was just absolutely wild, and I gotta show it off. So in the beginning of this video, you guys see a little clip right here. This pricing structure from our local Goodwill today, absolutely crazy. Stay to the end of the video because I'm gonna show you the receipt on what we actually paid for this. Same for this one right here. These two games are part of our pickups today, both in really great condition, and they are complete, but they are priced as marked. So you guys check, be careful, check those local Goodwills. So I'm just gonna kind of start what you see right here in front of us, then we're gonna go through our flea market pickups. So left the house this morning, not even planning on going to the flea market today. It was 35 degrees and had a ton of work to do, but decided to go to the flea market, and we picked up this stuff here. So after the flea market, on our way to the post office to drop off our whatnot solds for the week, popped into a local Goodwill, found these. I walked up to the counter, saw a bunch of games. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Games don't usually sit at our Goodwills long. This is why. They absolutely were asking $13.99 for this game. And they were absolutely asking $19.99. I actually pulled an employee to the side. I was like, is this legit? Because every now and again, they'll post like a book or something, and it'll have like a random $50 price tag. It's not $50 for the book. But sure enough, these were priced as marked at our local Goodwill, and this is what they were asking for them. And at the time of filming this, it is the 21st of February. These have been sitting there since the 8th, and I see why. So let's go on to this right here. We did pick up this games monitor box, this hard shell box right here, for $14.99. This is a good deal. And if you saw a few videos back that we have already picked up one of these, but one of the more modern ones for our collection, and this was a grail item. This is an item on the hit list, but sure enough, I found one today. And it was very dirty, like it had a bunch of like dust and dirt in it. But there was the plastic was still on the monitor. So it does not come with a power supply. So we do not know if it works, but I have a power supply for our personal games monitor that I'll pull out, and we'll see if this thing works. We'll test it, but I'm super excited to have this one. The one we have right now is for the Xbox One, PS4. This one's for the PS3 and the 360. So that is really, really cool to have. And to pick it up for $15 is not bad at all. I think these things are super cool, and we like to travel. So putting a console and some controllers in there, sticking it in the vehicle, letting the kids have this to travel with is awesome, okay? So here we go. Again, stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm gonna show you guys what we paid for these. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, Goodwill. What's wrong with you? All right. So we're at the flea market. I go over there and I'm gonna kind of pull things out in almost reverse order. Again, I wasn't filming. I wasn't planning on getting any of this stuff, but I walked by a table and this gentleman had a bunch of these Dragon Ball Z figures, and he wanted $8 a piece for them, okay? Now, I tried to find sold comps based on scanning the barcodes. Didn't really find anything. Google lensed it, found that these seem to be, I don't know, I guess they're not name brand, but they're Dragon Ball. So I guess this is some kind of off brand of these Dragon Ball figures. I don't know anything about Dragon Ball, but what I do know is that it's popular, and I would like to put some of these in our vendor booth. So these look really cool. So couldn't really find sold comps on them, but he wanted $8 a piece. He said if I bought everything on the table, which was 8 more than what we walked away with, that he would give them to me for $7 a piece. Well, I said, well, what will you do for 4 of these? Which technically I don't even remember which ones I had at the time of negotiating. He said, I'll give them to you $7 a piece for $24. $7 a piece for $24. I said, sure, I'll take it. By the way, 7 times 4, not 24. So I said, okay, cool. So I got these 4 right here. I believe that's how it was. Yeah, that's what it was. These 4 right here for $24, okay? And I said, cool. Well, then what do you do for this Nintendo Switch dock? He was like, I got to get 10 on the dock. I'm like, okay, cool. So I believe... Yep, this is the OLED Switch dock. So this one has the Ethernet cable in it. That's awesome. This is my first time picking up an OLED Switch dock. By the way, it's also really cool looking. So, $10 for the Switch dock. I'll put some sold comps in there if that was even a good deal. Maybe it's not a good deal. I don't know. But hey, $10 for that. We're at 24. That puts us at 34 right there. I said, okay, will you do one more, this guy right here, and make it an even 40? He said yes. So we started off at $8 a piece. Then we got the 7 times 4 equals 24. That's really not 24, it's supposed to be 28, but whatever. We got the additional discount on there. And then I said, hey, will you round it all up, make it even 40? He said yes. So we picked up these 5, 6 items right here for $40. Not bad, not bad. These will definitely go in our vendor booth at Overstock Marketplace. So we'll see how they do, and maybe in a future video I'll update you. I'm thinking about listing them in there for $15, maybe $20. I don't know what this stuff really goes for, and I didn't really find any comps. Yeah, that's Dragon Ball Super right there. So I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. I'll push this video out really fast so that you guys have the opportunity to see this stuff. You tell me, is this a good buy, or are these cool or not? I don't know. I don't know anything about anime. We just did a anime and manga whatnot show, and I was having the chat. Hey, wait a second. Collect them all. That's a Pokemon reference. I was just having chat kind of school me on what is good and what's not good with anime. So there we go. So then we found, let's see, I found this Steel Series controller. It looks like it's in pretty good condition. The thumbsticks feel good. None of the buttons stick. It's a little dirty in the back, but no corrosion. So I got this for $2. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know if that's a good deal or not, but Steel Series is a good brand. I picked up this copy of Tetris for $5. As a matter of fact, the gentleman that sold me that said he's got some handheld consoles for me. So the next time I see him, hopefully I'll get those. Here we go. Picked up a copy of The Amazing Spider-Man on 3DS, also for $5. I paid up for it because he told me he had these other handhelds for me. So I was like, this is only like a $10 or $11 game. I wouldn't normally pay $5 for a $10 game, because when I clean it and then sell them and whatnot, I probably wouldn't even get $10 for it. But hey, when he told me he had other stuff for me, I felt obligated to give him $5 a piece for those. So we'll take it. And then we found a gentleman selling DVDs and box sets for $1 a piece. So we picked up a bunch of those. Some of these are sealed. I don't care anything about Gossip Girl, but on Whatnot, we found some pretty good success with selling TV box sets and anime and Blu-rays. So, you know, if we can pick them up for $1 or less. But what was really cool is I didn't have this movie. And this is one that I wanted. I actually want the Blu-ray version because that's super expensive. But that's a really good movie, really funny movie. But in the middle of all of it, we found a copy of Ridge Racer on PSP. And he gave it to us for $1. So there you go. Complete copy, Ridge Racer, for $1. Can't beat that. All right. We had another lady who was selling 4 for $1 DVDs. And I was like, sure, I'll pick out 4 for $1 because in the stack, she had NBA 2K17. So I got it for 25 cents. Not bad, not bad. Let's see. We got a Season of Prison Break for $2. This one's for the personal collection. Even though we've had a bunch of people on Whatnot ask for these, I didn't have it. And my wife and I really, really love this show. So I'm going to try to collect all of the seasons of Prison Break. We got this one right here. This one is still sealed. So Elvis Costello sealed season 1. So we'll go with that one. That should net us a couple dollars back. And then we got a stack of Blu-rays in the same bundle right here. Also, we got season 7 of the Smallville on Blu-ray for $2. So that was pretty good. Another season of this one for $1. That'll work. We picked up 4 for $1 CDs. I don't typically do CDs, but when I bought this last media palette, we got a couple CDs in there. They sold for $7. Some of these old rock CDs. So I don't know if that's the case, if this will really sell for anything. But I was like, I mean, for $1, I mean, what's the harm in giving it a shot? So again, nothing really crazy there. This one we picked up for the personal collection. Paid $5 for it. Look at this awesome Dark Souls 3 Steelbook. That is awesome. We paid $5. It doesn't have a manual, but that Steelbook is sweet. And my son is going to absolutely love that one. So we found a gentleman who had a couple DVDs. This one was sealed. And if I'm not mistaken, oh, there was something significant about this one. This one looked very much like Team America. But he had this and Heavy Metal, which Heavy Metal, if I'm not mistaken, has a little bit of value to it. But those are pretty sought after. They were sealed. He wanted $5 a piece for them. And then he had a Xbox controller charging dock and 2 controllers in pretty good condition. I mean, a little bit of dirt on the back of that one. And then this one right here looked pretty good. All the buttons seem pretty good. That thumbstick's a little jank. But for the most part, you know, at first glance, they seem to be in pretty good shape. So he was like, yeah, I can do 25 for all of this together. And I was like, you know what? Why not? We'll give it a shot. Who knows? At the very least, we always need controllers. We just picked up 2 Xbox One consoles, so we can bundle those with it. We can keep the charging dock for ourselves because we always need a way to charge our stuff. These will go on Whatnot. This will go on the personal collection. All of this will be stuff for Whatnot. And then now, these will go in the vendor booth. This will go in the personal collection. This will go in the personal. Now, right here. So I said before, if you stay to the end, we'll talk about what we ended up paying for this. So whenever I got into the Goodwill, the lady in the Goodwill said, hey, I recognize you. I was like, please don't say YouTube. Please don't say YouTube. That's going to blow my cover. She goes, hey, I see you in our other Goodwills. I was like, yeah, usually it's me and the kids out looking for stuff. She said, she was super nice. She was like, yeah, I always like to say hey to people, our regulars. I was like, sure, whatever that means. Cool. Later on, I flagged her down because I want to see the games behind the counter, and the one register that was open was super busy. And whenever I pulled these out, I said, is this really the price? She said, yes. Our games are priced as marked now. She goes, do you want them? I said, well, I mean, I want them. I want both of them. I was like, but I want them for like the normal price. I don't want them for the new, crazy Goodwill price. I said, that right there is more than this even sells for, which I didn't price chart it to see, but I do believe that is kind of right on par with price charting and what they're going for. That being said, she goes, well, here, come around the counter. So sure enough, I grab my games monitor. I go to the side where I can check out, and she rings them both up for $5.99 each. So I paid $11.98 total, which is still pricey for Goodwill. But there we go. That's what we have it. Be mindful of your games at Goodwill, guys. They are doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Video games used to be like $3. Now, the one closest to my house, they're $4.75. And then the one that's not too far from the house, this one, they're priced as marked, and they're going crazy. So guys, let me know in the comments below what's going on with Goodwill, where you're at. Are you guys getting crazy ripped off on stuff? I mean, they want $4 for Blu-rays now at Goodwill, which, I mean, I understand everything's crazy. You got to make some money, but bro, y'all ain't paying nothing for this stuff, like $4 Blu-rays. Like, I can't buy them for that and then resell them for that. So I understand, hey, you're not in it for me to make money. But dang, guys, that's crazy. $20 for a game at Goodwill. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do all those things, and catch us on Whatnot, because every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we are live on Whatnot, selling games, selling movies, and every Thursday at noon Eastern time, I'm doing DVD and Blu-ray shows at lunch. Come check out. If there's anything in here you see that you want, go check us out on Whatnot. The links are down below. Get yourself $10 free just for signing up. We'll catch you guys on the next one.